Hey guys, so welcome back to another video, and we're going to be talking something very similar to the last video that I uploaded. We're going to be talking about those Sonic Adventure Remake rumours, because boy oh boy, they just won't go away. So if you saw my last video on this subject, I decided to go through all these rumours and apparent reasons as to why some fans think that Sega are making a Sonic Adventure Remake, or apparent Sonic Adventure 3, and look to see if there's any truth behind these rumours, because lots of fans have convinced themselves that such a game is on the way. So we looked and talked about the rumours, and the reasons why people seem to think that. We discussed where these rumours originated from, and then we basically went through each and every single one of these rumours and explained why either at worst they were lies and hoaxes, or at best, leaps and stretches in logic. So at the end of that video, I asked people who still genuinely believe or think there have been clues into hints of an adventure remake to leave a comment explaining where I could find such reasons, because I genuinely wanted to see them with my own eyes. So, it's been nearly a week since that video, and whilst the vast majority of comments seem to be in favour of my explanations, a few people did actually claim that there was still some evidence to support an adventure remake. And while some of these people were clearly joking, a few were genuinely serious and putting a lot of stock and faith into one specific rumour. You see, what I noticed is that the majority of people who still believe that a Sonic Adventure remake is on the way kept citing one specific reason, which I have to admit I found extremely curious when I saw it. And that reason is this. 1 month ago, a journalist claimed that a Sonic Adventure remake was to be announced at the 2020 South by Southwest convention before the convention was cancelled due to certain world events. Okay! You've got my attention now, because if it's an actual journalist, it's something we can go and have a look and question. So, I decided to look into this, and it turns out there's quite a bit of discussion on this already. There's quite a lot on Twitter, there's also a couple of YouTubers that have also made videos claiming that the journalist confirmed the game. So, let's take a look at this one rumour in particular, and examine it in some detail and see if there's any truth to it. So first of all, let's ask the first obvious question. Who exactly made this claim? The journalist who made the claim was Imran Khan, and if you've never heard of him before, he's based in San Francisco and was the former senior editor at Game Informer. Currently, he's doing a lot of freelance work, but he's still quite a big and respected name in gaming journalism, so he will have a lot of contacts and be in talks with people who he's met through his previous career. If there's anyone who's going to get news tips which are valid and teases for upcoming projects, it's likely someone in his position. So his credibility isn't in any question or doubt. So, with that established, what did he actually say that got people so excited? Well, it turns out, on March 7th, 2020, less than 24 hours after South by Southwest was cancelled, he tweeted the following. I know of at least one game announcement that was supposed to happen at South by Southwest. It's interesting to wonder how outward the ripple effects on these huge splashes get. Well, that's certainly interesting, isn't it? But what's more interesting is the replies. One person asks, is that a Sonic game? To which Imran replies, why would I answer this? Oh, you witch! Okay, so putting aside that snarky reply, that is certainly an interesting set of tweets. I mean, pretty much prove it, right? A Sonic Adventure remake or a sequel is indeed on the way. So cool, let me know all your thoughts in the comments. Oh, but before you do, I think we should take a look at this much more carefully. So according to the vast majority of people who replied to my previous video that there is in fact evidence of a Sonic Adventure remake, or even Sonic Adventure 3, this is the main source. This is the main key point of evidence that people keep pointing at, that this journalist said there was going to be a brand new game announced, and that game had water in it. So let's start off with the obvious problem with this one. Lots of games have water in them. How do you know this wasn't a reference to literally any game that has a water theme or is set in the ocean? Subnautica, Endless Ocean, or my personal favourites, Aquanaut's Holiday and Heavy Rain! Those games have water and ripple effects in them. Anyway, while Sonic Adventure has water in it, and the main boss is made of water, lots of games also have that. Even bosses made out of water or have entire themes which are watery. BioShock, Hydrophobia Prophecy, and even something totally out of left field, like Sega Bass Fishing and Seaman. Those games have water, and some of them have bosses made of H2O. People have convinced themselves that this is a reference to Sonic Adventure, due to the refusal of the journalist to confirm that it's in reference to a Sonic title. It's those two tweets together which has sort of built up all the hype. Let's just rationally think about this for a moment. Let's play pretend. You are a journalist who gets hints and tips. Imagine what would happen if you just suddenly decided to leak information that you'd been told in confidence, be it to confirm or deny anything. It would totally jeopardize your relationship with developers and studios, as well as brand you as being untrustworthy for future tips and hints. You can't specify anything to a specific game. It would completely undermine and jeopardize your primary career. Certainly if you started confirming or denying rumors of any video game via your personal Twitter account. But let's take this point a step back even further. Are we even sure that he's talking about or even hinting about a video game? Because, call me crazy, but could you not interpret this tweet as the following? I know of one game that was due to be announced at this event. I wonder how many other games and announcements will now be cancelled or impacted due to South by Southwest cancellation or current world events. That's what I thought when I first read this tweet, that it was in fact a reference to the impact on the gaming industry and entertainment industry due to the cancellation of conventions. Not a subtle hint to a game, certainly not to Sonic Adventure, and if you read his other tweets, this is exactly what he did mean! It turns out that this series of tweets that so many people have convinced themselves are in reference to a Sonic Adventure remake has absolutely nothing to do with a specific game, but is in fact about the impact of the entertainment industry and announcements in general. In a follow-up tweet, he said the following: "It was more a general observation about the cancellation of South by Southwest and the rippled effects things like that have." He then becomes quite angry, and I don't really want to get involved in that drama, but he's angry. So you now might be thinking, oh, when did this clarification come? Was it like several days after the original tweets? I mean, that could be why nobody saw it. No, this clarification was posted within 10 minutes of the first tweet going up. In fact, the clarification was actually posted 5 minutes after he first addressed the Sonic question. It's completely false. There is absolutely nothing to this. The whole claim that a journalist hinted or even claimed a Sonic Adventure... No. Let's take this down to an even lower basic level. The claim that a journalist hinted or claimed that a new Sonic game... Now, let's take it down even further. The claim that a journalist hinted or claimed that a new Sega game was to be announced is completely false. So again, I didn't expect I'd be returning to this subject so quickly, but so many people were convinced and were absolutely swearing that this was 100% truthful evidence that a Sonic Adventure remake is underway. I thought it was important to kind of nip this one in the bud. A journalist did not hint at a Sonic Adventure or any kind of Sega-related project that was going to be announced at South by Southwest. The journalists themselves literally deconfirmed that it was anything to do with Sonic or any specific video game 5 minutes after he was asked about Sonic. Like I said in the last video, if Sega suddenly announce or reveal a Sonic Adventure remake 5 minutes after I upload this video, I know some people are gonna come back and say, ha ha ha, you were wrong, but this is the point I'm making. Right now, at this moment in time, whilst I'm speaking to you, there is nothing to support a Sonic Adventure remake. If I'm wrong, please say what those reasons are in the comments, because wow, I can't believe that the people that all said, oh yeah, a journalist said that there's a Sonic Adventure remake coming, didn't check the third tweet that the guy made on this chain. It's just baffling. So, anyway guys, please let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments. Does anybody out there actually think a journalist did confirm a Sonic game, despite the fact that they then said 5 minutes later that they actually didn't confirm any video game? Please let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments. And if you think that there is some evidence out there that Sega is indeed making a Sonic Adventure remake, please let me know in the comments where I can find this information so I can go take a look at it and gladly use that information if it indeed has something behind it. Okay? Great. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching and we'll see you again next time. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and before you go, I know a bunch of people keep bringing up the fact that Iizuka said he wants to remake Sonic Adventure, and oh boy, we'll be talking about that at some point very soon, because some people are putting just a little bit too much faith into that statement. Thanks for listening, guys. See you next time.